Good to see you all once again. Okay, so I understand we are live now on X and also on our YouTube channel. Good, beautiful, awesome time, awesome evening. So tell me, Bukola, good evening. Harry, good evening. Nice meeting you all once again. Thank you for your consistency on this platform. And I'm sure you all are doing well. You are doing good. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you once again. So, who can share me a success story from the application of what we've been doing? Harry, you said long time. We were just away last weekend. Harry, you want to join the video? You want to join me on video? Do you really want to come up? Okay. All right. So this evening we're having yet another wonderful, amazing communication. The topic for this evening is titled Building Institutions and Legacy. Building Institutions and Legacy. Ufan, I will respond to our chat. It's been quite hectic this period. Hmm. We just missed one live. Yes, thank you. Because that's true. We missed one and it's like 10, you know. And I learned something from this one that we missed. It speaks on continuity, consistency. Sometimes when you miss one thing, there is a tendency to repeating the circle. That's why you see when leaders fail or when people tell lies, you will need to defend it by telling more lies. So that's why when you make mistakes, when you do anything untoward, Musa Faith, good evening, you quickly seek ways to remedy. Wow. Oh, Bukola, it's your birthday that day. Oh my God. Oh my God. You now make me feel very, very guilty. Hmm. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, I think admins, please take note. I need to make it up to you. Wow. Good evening, Johnson Peace. Good evening, everyone. Oh my God. Esther Chidima. Good evening. Good evening. Amazing, amazing. Bukola, your birthday. Wow, wow, wow. So, so sorry. My sincere apologies for that. How do we make it up? Okay. We'll certainly work it out and see what is feasible on that. All right. Thank you for letting us know. So, tonight, building institutions and legacies. Everyone wants to leave a good legacy. Everyone, at least every right thinking person, wants to leave a good legacy. So, a leader's greatest test is not just what happens, it's not what happens when they are leading, it's not what happens when they are present. It is what happens when they are no longer there. So, most of us, many people build positions. Most people fight for positions. People build positions. People build businesses. People build projects. Trisha, I'm doing well. I'm good. Thank you. People build. In fact, I missed every one of you. I think I need to quickly create time to revamp myself back to the community. Awesome. Thank you. So a lot of people, everyone is building something. Okay, Esther, yes, thank you. Everyone is building something. You are either building a business, you are either building a name, you are either building a brand. Everyone is building something. Most people, but very few individuals understand the need to building institutions. In our world today, There are individuals that are like institutions, right? There are individuals in our world today that are like institutions. When you mention their names, when you mention their names, you know, an institution certainly comes to your mind. For example, when you mention the name of Bill Gates, the institutions around computer, around software technology comes to your mind. When you mention Dangote, for example, now, that name is already, those names are already synonymous to institutions. So few people build institutions. Few people are capable of building systems because most people are interested in surviving. Most people focuses on survival. That is why this session is to challenge us individuals on to know who we are as individuals, to understand the processes that we must take, to understand the systems that surround us, and also to enable us, to give us the nitty-gritty of how to turn our personality into institutions. Now, it is from this point you now begin to see your legacy. Most great leaders live in their legacy. Their legacy begins to speak while they are yet living, not just when they have gone. So, dear participants, tonight, a very simple question to you and I: what are you building? What will you be remembered for? You know, most times when I go this route, because I mingle with all caliber of persons, you know, all. Some persons, some persons barely are looking for means of survival. Some persons are already surviving, some are looking for a business to start, some are established, some are leaders of nations, of multinational organizations. So when we speak in this sense, irrespective of your position, your placement, it is the time is now for you to begin to picture, to have a clear picture of who you are and what you want to be remembered for. What you want to be remembered for. Today's teaching is not just for it, it's a reality check on the life of every individual watching now and that might be watching after this time. For you to understand, either you are a community builder, an emerging leader, a leader of thoughts, a professional, a servant, a master, whatever, a priest, a minister, a government official, what will you be remembered for? Until you understand that this question is for you and this question is to you, you will not appreciate the topic of building institution, because every individual is created to be part of an institution, or you create one for yourself. So, welcome to this very powerful edition of 90 Minutes with Dr. Bright at the Leadership Mind School. I will be taking us on a very engaging session tonight. Very engaging session. Is going to be quite brief because seriously, this time is so much to do for good. And that is why the Leadership Mind School will be scaling into another phase very, very short time from now, where some of our admins will equally be taking some of these roles, because that is what an institution is all about. An institution may begin with one individual, but not permitted to remain with that individual. Please take note of this. An institution is permitted to begin with with one individual, but not permitted to continue with just that one individual. So, an institution is a creation of man for the lifting of others. Please, I want you to think tonight. Think, because I will be we'll be doing most of the session tonight shall be very, very engaging, because this series, in fact, we are breaking two series now. The last one on financial integrity, we are yet to complete it, and we shall be completing it within the course of the week. Also, this building institution shall also be done. The concluding part will be done sometime next week. So let me just lay the foundation of this. Thank you, Doreen, for putting that out there. Yes, thank you, thank you, Johnson. Peace. Okay, let me just call out the names of our amazing members on the call now. Trisha, good evening. Thank you, Johnson. Peace. Bukola, Balkis, Manson, Doreen, Musa, Faith, Sunday, Suzanne. Thank you, thank you. So let's share, let's distribute this. Let's share them. Ufan, thank you. Who else is here? Nebel Lisa, thank you. Good evening. All right. Who else is here? David, I can see you. Okay. All right. So please, let's keep dropping our comments, and let's see how far we can go tonight. So quickly, someone just drop in the comment section. Let me see. Oh wow, I can see the comments also on YouTube. Sorry, I didn't put on the comment section on YouTube before now. Chef Lydia, thank you. Usman, thank you. Thank you. Our amazing members across Kayode, thank you. Thank you. Bukola, you have shared to your daddy as well. Okay, that's the one I will pronounce. All right, beautiful, beautiful. So tell me, how impactful have this session been has this session been to you over time? So I want to get your comments now. Chef Lydia, Usman Bello, Bukola Kayode, Ada Ugo is here. So how impactful have this session been to you all? So please let me have your comments. If there are specific sessions that have been very impactful to you, because the whole essence of this teaching is to bring improvements, is to bring improvement to our leadership, is to bring improvement to our organization, is to bring improvement to our communities, is to bring improvement to our businesses, to everything that we do. So feedbacks, they are very, very essential. So Doreen and Bukola, landlord and landlady and rent, please return back to the house. So tell us, just drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know how impactful these sessions have been on you, on your organization. So it helps us it helps us, it has a way of helping us do some checks within the system. Okay, Doreen has written on Facebook that the session has really impacted my life on how to improve in leading people and business. Okay, good, thank you. So if you can drop more comments, the specificity of how specific impact is being, aside meeting people, because right now one of the amazing things for me, like getting to, I'm sure my next trip very soon back home, Nigeria, I will be meeting some amazing persons here on the ground. Okay, Musa Faith said that is I carry my market for her though, our fish mama. Said very impactful because I've learned to know myself first, then how to lead others as well. Beautiful, yes, because you a leader must first understand his or herself first, because self-awareness is key to effective leadership. Self-awareness is key to effective leadership. Chioma Chigozie on YouTube, good evening. Thank you very much. So Bukola said, I have learned a lot as a leader. We should always lead calmly. We should not be an aggressive leader. Okay, okay. Doreen, yes, we cannot wait to see you. Thank you. Trisha, more grace. Okay. Mm. The leadership mentor has really impacted me from chairman. It has changed my mindset, improved my leadership skills, and taught me to think and act with purpose. I am becoming a better version of myself. Perfect. Perfect. Adalgo on Facebook said, the session has been so impactful and inspiring on how leadership should be problem solver and be good listeners. Good leaders be, should have been able to train other leaders, yes, and be ready to serve others with honesty and trustworthy. Mm. Okay, Ufwan, this page have teach me how a leader should behave and how to go about planning for myself. Thank you very much. It's amazing. It's really, really amazing. You know, one thing that is lacking in our world, in our world today, excuse me, please. One thing that is lacking in our world, especially back in Nigeria, where majority of us here came from, is not much attention is being paid into training. Not much attention is being paid towards training, both from the trainers and the trainees. So people just want to just emerge, just start leading from day one. You need to be trained for you to reign. Most great leaders went through either formal or informal training. So that is why today's teaching, the title building institutions and legacy, is very, very key, because you must know, what do I want to build? For instance, if you want to build a house now, as the owner of the house, you must know, am I building a duplex? Do I want to build a bungalow? Will it be 3 bedroom? Will it be 2 bedroom? Will it be 4 bedroom? The owner of the building, of the house intended, must know what he or she wants before the architect will now do a design, and before the engineer will now start displaying what was designed on the ground. So what are you building? What do you want to build? So this section is beyond, it's not really about title. It's not really about your title. It's not really about your position. It's not really about your office. It's not really about your organization. It's not even about your personal reputation. This teaching is much more. Is asking us a tougher question, a deeper question. What will continue because you existed? That's why I asked earlier, what will you be remembered for? If you can keep this question, in fact, write it somewhere, either by your fridge, somewhere in your in the living room, in your bedroom, somewhere you can be seeing it every day. What will I be remembered for? Those who daily interrogate themselves with this question will certainly do better than others, because that is a question that puts you on check, that puts you into reality. Because the question, what will continue? Because humanity is limited. Everyone will live for a specific period of time. But the things we do, the way we lived, can determine what lives after us. What lives after us? Please listen. Some persons passed away few months ago and they've been completely forgotten. They've been completely forgotten by their families, by their friends, by their neighbors, and by the society. But check it out. Marian Mohammed, thank you on YouTube. But check it out. Some persons passed on decades ago, but till date, they are still very much remembered. Okay, let me even bring it at home. If okay, next month will be 25 years that my both parents passed, right? Now, each of those years, including this next month, in my community platform, where we have over 900 members from across the globe, each time the picture is dropped there for the anniversary or whatever it's called, 25 years gone, 20 years gone, 22 years gone, but next month will be 25 years. Each time the picture is dropped there, you still find people weeping, crying. You still find people say they cannot behold to look at the picture. Why? Within his domain, he lived a life of impacts. Do you get this now? He lived even till about 2 days ago. Someone was saying, no, now every September he is looking forward to that anniversary. Is it anniversary now? They call it. So he's looking forward to that. And each time it comes, by the time he sees the picture, he begins to remember the good works he did. This was somebody that passed 21 years ago. At least if the world don't remember you now, your community should remember you. But some persons passed away maybe last month, perhaps 3 months ago, perhaps January, but no single remembrance. Why? Somebody just type in the comment section, impact and value. Impact and value. Impact and value. So the big question still remains, what will I? Yes, thank you, during remembrance. I'm not very good in those things because I believe once someone is gone, is gone. It's appointed unto man once to die, and after that is judgment. So now, what you will be remembered for will determine the legacy you are leaving behind. Your legacy is that thing that you did while you were living. Nobody will remember you that you were MD CEO. Nobody will remember you that you were a pastor, you were an imam, you were a priest. Nobody will remember you that you were the father, you were the husband, you were the brother, you were the uncle. But people will remember you for the value you created, for the positions you took, when things were down or tough or otherwise. That is why, you see, people will tell truths in the society. And lift it up. People will tell truths in the society are always remembered. People who stand up for the truth. There are people in some communities, they will say, if you want to hear the truth on this thing, go and ask that person. Huh? Because why? The person is as straight. That is a legacy. So participants, we must understand that we do not have eternity to do what all we have to do. What we have to do is now. You only have now. You and I we don't have eternity to take decisions. So this is why we must be so conscious of the life we are living, the legacy we are building. Some countries, including our country, I think we had someone who fought so hard to become the president of the nation. Fought so hard. Several lives were lost. Became the president, ruled for 8 years. But I'm very sure that what's the legacy of this man? What was left behind? How many can speak truth to it? So we must be intentional leaders. Remember, at the Leadership Mind School, everyone is a leader. There is no specific categorization of leadership at the Leadership Mind School, because we believe and we train that everyone, every human has the potential to lead effectively. The difference is education. And that is why the Leadership Mind School is the training platform, open training platform that enhances leadership technical skills for everyone to skill up and harness their leadership. So, not what will continue, it is what will continue because you existed. What will people build upon that I came to this earth? What will I leave behind? Will I leave chaos? Will I leave trouble? And this is why, please let me say this. As leaders, if you are involved in any conflict whatsoever, do your best to resolve conflict timeously. Do your best to resolve every conflict around you within the shortest possible time. Let it not be that as a leader, you are the one hindering the resolution of any conflict. Let no matter how difficult the conflict is, because you understand. Thank you, Musa Faith. When you don't keep good legacy as a leader, nobody tend to value or remember you. That's the truth. That's the truth. So we must understand that as leaders, thank you, Adaogo, do your best. Listen, please. As long as we are living on this earth, conflicts are inevitable. But how we manage conflicts is what happens, what determines it. Sometimes, and this is part of your legacy, there, and sometimes couples will even separate, they'll say, due to irreconcilable differences. What is that? What is that? Does that even make sense? So, as part of leaders that are conscious of legacy, when you are involved in any situation, conflict situation, ensure that you are not the party that will hinder the peaceful and timeous resolution of such conflicts. Because this is fact, oftentimes is the critical aspect of our legacy. Unresolved conflicts has the highest potential to destroy great and emerging leaders. Unresolved conflicts has the highest potential to destroy great or emerging leaders. Unresolved conflict is like how do I put it now? It's like the thorns that hinder the seed from proper growth. When you sow on a thorny soil, it cannot grow. So this and more are the things that unresolved conflict does to leaders and to emerging leaders. So please, I don't know who this in particular is for, but for me and for you and for everyone, do your best, no matter what it is. In fact, it is only a fool that will be running away from resolution. This does not in any way mean that you should cede your rights. No. Please take note of the caveats. Because you need to resolve conflict. There must always be balance to some of these teachings. The fact that you are interested in resolving conflict on time does not mean that you should cede your rights in the process of resolving conflict. Oftentimes, I say this and I will say it again. Most people who shy away from resolutions or from peaceful resolutions of conflict, either one, they are guilty, two, they are ashamed to be confronted with the reality, thirdly, they are just simply ignorant. They are just simply ignorant. Because most times I see the kind of situations some people get themselves involved in today. I see it. And when you discuss it, you will just discover that there was not even an issue at the time. Most conflicts, most, not all, are largely as a result of simple misunderstanding, not intentional harm, not intentional harm, but simple misunderstanding of parties. And this is where leadership must communicate. A good leader must be a good communicator. Good communicator does not mean good talker. Know when to communicate, know when to speak, know when to listen, and do all these things within the appropriate time frame. Welcome, Ahmed. Welcome, Idowu Okafor. Okay, so let's proceed. So we must understand that this is about what will continue because you existed, because you are existing, you must leave something behind. Not what will continue, not what will continue while you are there. No, it's easy for you to do things now, but what will continue when you are no more there, or when you don't have the strength, the energy to do the things that you do? Also, what will continue because you were there? For example, you were in an organization. What legacy did you leave behind there? So what will continue in that place just because you were there? So we must understand that there is a major difference. There is a major difference between what anybody, okay, a good leader must be a good thank you. Mustafa said some leaders cause conflict because of some selfish reasons. That's true. That's true. You know, that is true. And at the end of the day, I was sharing in a teaching earlier today. I said some people will dribble, they think they are smart or wise, but they will manipulate people and they will end up manipulating themselves. They will dribble people and they will end up scoring on goal, dribbling themselves. So every cause has an effect. That is the law of causes and effects. Oftentimes, people look at the effect, but they ignore the causes. When you see somebody reacting to something, our society is focused on the reaction, but not on the cause of the reaction. All right, thank you, Musa Faith, for that input you just made there. So anybody can occupy any position. Anybody. Anybody, we have seen it now. Are we not seeing the kind of governors we have in Nigeria today? We're seeing them now. We're seeing the kind of leaders we have everywhere. So anybody can occupy a position. That is why at the Leadership Mind School, Queen Montana, you are welcome. At the Leadership Mind School, leadership is not positional. Leadership is value driven, because anybody can be can occupy a position. Anybody can be appointed into a position. Anybody can become popular. Anybody can gather followers. Anybody. As a matter of fact, if you go online today, you know, anyone. So you see what people do to amass followers. People do some very crazy things, just to get followers, because to them, that is what validates their leadership. The validation of your leadership is in your value proposition, not in the compliment, but in your value. What can you do? What positive effect are you creating? Please listen to this. Anybody can start a project, but for leadership to reach another level, it must be that you as a leader, you are able to build something of value that will outlive you. Not just outlive you, something that can keep going on without your supervision. Something that will be going on perfectly well without you having. Let me tell you now, you see, I'm sure some of you, if you are very sensitive, you might have noticed. On our Facebook page now, I think our admin they are doing wonderfully well. Sometimes, yes, we review, we check, but the admins now are stepping up. They are stepping up, you know. Because if I'm to focus on daily doing this, sometimes I'm sure we will not even have something on the platform daily. But now the page, the school is growing to the point that people now know what to do. In fact, sometimes when I come and see some of our content and see some of my pictures, I will just burst, I will just laugh. I said, wow, and I have never had a reason to flag anything that the admin today was a follower yesterday. So we must understand that where institutions, you see, leadership is where institution building begins. Leadership is where institution building begins. Some leaders will spend their entire life making things to be well for only themselves. They will spend their entire life building the organization around themselves. But truth is, those who do that don't end up building a lasting legacy. If you look at it, some top organizations that are doing well globally, and even some around our jurisdiction there, you will see a transgenerational plan that makes it possible. You see, that is why a man that is intentional in building his legacy and institution can do anything to defend what he is building, can do anything to defend what is being built. You recall few months back when there was this issue between Dangote and the regulators in the oil sector. For those of you that might remember that scene, he didn't send the MDO. Dangote came all out by himself because what was happening at the time threatened his institution, threatened the legacy he was building. A man of legacy, a man with institution in view, will not sit down idle, folding out and let things pass by that will destroy his or her reputation or the legacy that is being built. Thank you, Adaogo said, some leaders build the world around them, but they don't last because they have no legacy to leave behind. Yes, look at it today, even in religious institutions and all of that, once the founder is gone, suddenly the system goes down. Several businesses like that. So if you are running a business or you are doing anything, so to say, that if that thing cannot survive your absence, then you still need to go, you still have a journey to go in building of institution. Now, I want to take your questions, please. If you have any question regarding this teaching, like I said, today we will not be exceeding an hour because of several other engagements, but we will definitely do a longer teaching as we proceed, perhaps from next week going. So, but now I want to take questions from every one of you. Adaogo, a man with legacy will not want his reputation to be destroyed. Yes, certainly not, because what legacy is not just what you speak, it's what you do. Legacy is not what you say, it is what you do, it is what you build. Legacy is an action word. So I want you all to, if you are still there, thank you, Doreen, you are asking. Johnson Peace, thank you very much. Johnson Peace, thank you. Please, Johnson, can you tell us where you are streaming from? Doreen, Facebook and X, you can drop in the comment section where you are all streaming from so that we can know where we know where most of you are as we plan our future programs. So on the 30th of this month, which is on a Sunday, I'm sure you have the flyers across all our platforms. Please share those flyers widely. Share it on your timelines, your status. Yes, it's going to be our first physical leadership training session here in Europe. Yes, in the city of Montecatini. 2 p.m. is the time. Um, the code, do your registration. You will see the barcode for registrations is already ongoing. People are already registering, and I'm sure with the other organizers we should be able to also stream it live for our Nigerian audience and those that are unable to be there in person. So please, it's titled Leadership in the Place of Assignment. So I will be having Dr. Paula from Bergamo will be joining me, and the authorities, everyone is gearing up for that event. So please, I want to see it on your status, on your timelines. Let's keep sharing it, and you never can tell the impact it will make to someone out there. So please, Sunday, Susan streaming from Benin. Really? What part of Benin? Facebook. Sudan, what part of Benin are you streaming from? Tell me. I see my Benin people here. Oh. Okay. Question. Yes. Doreen, please ask the question. All right. Johnson, please. Thank you. So please drop in the comment section, where are you streaming from? I'm seeing United States of Ogun State. Wonderful. Okay. Who is from Oshun here? So who is from Delta here? Who is streaming from there? So now, like I said earlier, this topic, I will be doing the complete part of it uh, the days ahead, perhaps next Saturday or before. So we shall be discussing the difference between personal success and institutional success. The difference between personal success and wow. See my beautiful sister from Dublin. Okay, good. Glory, there's a program coming up in Dublin. I think I will reach out to you after this. Thank you. Thank you, Glory. How is Mr. Francis, your husband, and your beautiful daughter? Good evening, my beautiful sister from Dublin, live on our YouTube. Okay, so I can see Adalgo from Lagos on Facebook. Thank you. Yes, Glory. I've been so busy. I've missed your live session. That's true. I noticed you, but I didn't want to really bother you. See me, I've been busy. Susan, I said, where are you streaming from in Benin? Tell me what part of Benin. Let me scroll through this again. Who is there now? Bukola, where are you streaming from? Please drop in the comment section. All doing well. Thank you, Glory. I can see that. I can see that. So I'm seeing my Benin sister here. Sunday, Suzanne, streaming from Benin. Tell me, where in Benin are you streaming from? So we shall also be discussing why many organizations collapse after the departure of their founders. So that's the next segment of this. Why many organizations collapse after the departure of their founders. If you are a business owner, you are a founder, I'm sure you will be interested in this hands-on teaching that will keep your legacy alive and will turn your business into an institution. So we shall also be teaching on what makes a system sustainable. What makes a system sustainable? So we'll be discussing on how to institutionalize your values, how to institutionalize your values, your knowledge, and your processes You see, there is something unique about you that no one else has. But the challenge is you haven't been able to put it together. So we shall be teaching about all of this, also teaching about leadership succession in an organization. Leadership succession, why documentation is critical to building a good legacy, and how to develop people who can carry the vision. You see, the irony of our world today is a whole lot of people are not prepared for the future that they envision. A good number of us are not prepared for the future that we envision. And until you are effectively prepared, you cannot feature in the future. You see, the future we talked about yesterday is our reality today. Where you are today is a product of your doings yesterday. There are no accidental determination. No, nothing just happened in life, in business, in leadership, in family. Nothing just happens. Everything happening was made to happen by someone or by some systems. Everything happening around you, within you, in your business, was made to happen by either your doings or the doings of others, or by the system. No one ever arrived at a destination that they were not fully prepared for. If you arrive there, it will be an accidental arrival, and the outcome will be disastrous. So, as leaders, it's time for us to wake up. Today, people don't read, people hardly read. Where my good pastor friend was sharing with me within the week that, look, we're at a program and a book was mentioned, was brought up, and most leaders just looked the other side. Then I told him, I said, look, my library is almost a whole room. My bookstore is almost a whole room. Not for dumping, but for reading, for studying. Readers are leaders. Readers are leaders. Today, people prefer to watch than to read. People are busy scrolling, watching jargons than to read letters. Please, if you are on board the Leadership Mind School platform, you should charge yourself. Get a book. Get books on leadership to read. As short as our daily leadership teachings that we post for close to a year now on the Facebook page, as short, for me it's short. Some places it's too long, shorten it. People don't read anymore. And if you cannot read, you cannot see. Readers are seers. because reading will make you to know. And the world today is knowledge based. It's knowledge based. If I ask, maybe let me please permit me to ask, how many of you have read one book this year? Please, just one. Let us be very honest. You know why? This should trigger something in us. If you have, please just type in the comments and say, I have. Yes. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you. Miriam used to be our, I think, Mrs. Madam Miriam, you gave us some skits the other time, some comedy light shows. Okay. I think we will have to bring you up sometime. Because every time I see your name, I just want to laugh. That is it. Because image. So if you read any book since the year began, can you just let us know? I have, but I will try. Thank you, Miriam Mohammed, for your sincerity and honesty. Good. Johnson P said, in Nigeria here, we are too busy to read. Oh, wonderful. Okay, I think you are taking us to another topic now. Ido said, the reading would help to expand our brain. Yes, I have read a lot of books. Thank you, Ido. This year, I have. My beautiful sister Glory said, I have, sir. Thank you. So, readers, so Adalgo, the question now is, have you read a book this year? Some people, okay, the one we read here on Facebook, self pass book. Okay. Oh, these my people are wonderful. Yes, Bukola, beautiful. A pass book, yeah. But we need to do more intentional reading. I never read any book. So, Bukola, now you need to start reading a book this week. And when we return back here, Saturday or before, as the case may be, you should give us an evidence of the book you are reading. As a leader, reading would help you to expand. Yes. Recently, a few days ago, can we read online? I want some book names. Yes, you can read online, Miriam. Thank you. So Miriam is requesting for some book names, and good. So I think my sister Glory, you can share with her. Anyone on the line can share with her. Then I will also share some with you after they have done that. Johnson P said I wouldn't. So now this is it. We need to engage our brain, engage our eyes positively, engage our mind. A few days ago, I saw some of the Nigerian leaders on vacation, abroad, standing by the bookstore. I was just asking myself, I hope this one they are standing by the book stand now or open book that they are actually reading, that it wasn't for the photo ops, because there must be a difference. It's clear between a reading leader and a non-reading leader. The difference will always show. Christiana Amaka, good evening. You are welcome. The difference will always show. So we must. So Miriam, I will recommend one of my very latest book, The Responsible Leader. Also, we have a whole lot of books. I hope you can get that now. The Responsible Leader, you can get it on Amazon. You can get a soft copy. You can get all of that online and get to any bookstore. You can read some books by even Warren Buffett, depending on the area of your own choice, But I always read my daily devotional book every day. Oh, good. So Miriam, thank you. You can see my sister now says she will share. I belong to a library. She is saying now on YouTube that, okay, sir, you can share my contact with her. Oh, thank you. I will do that. I belong to a library club in WhatsApp where you get access to a lot of books. See now, beautiful. So Miriam, I think you need to chat me up so I won't mistake your number for someone else. Chat me up after this on WhatsApp, then we'll go back. All right. So Christiana, you missed quite a lot, but I think you can get to our YouTube channel to do a follow-up. Okay, quickly, can we take some questions, please? Because you see, one of the best things that can happen to us is question. True leaders ask questions, genuine questions that you really need answers to. So, what challenges do you have towards building institution? What challenges do you have when it comes to the subject of legacy or any question at all? Yes, any question at all that you think you want us to attend to tonight. Like I said, we are really scaling up. I'm sure you very soon will be seeing more hands on deck for this, and we'll be doing more sessions. We'll be creating more opportunities for more sessions so that people can learn as we begin our city physical leadership training across cities beginning from the 30th of this month. And very soon, we're planning one for Lagos, for Benin, and Abuja physical meeting live and direct, because we must keep doing this to help our people to harness their leadership potential. We don't have eternity to make the difference. That is the summary of legacy. We don't have the whole time. What you do today is building up your legacy. What you do, every decision you take today is standing up for you or against you. So tonight, we shall be closing this session with just this line. And I want it to be a charge. Sunday, Susan, I asked where in Benin you are. You go, are you just disappeared. Please tell us. Let's know where you are from Benin. What part of Benin you're streaming from? Building institutions and legacy is a must for every leader. Because if your leadership ends with you, then there is a challenge. You have not fulfilled, you have not maximized your potential. But if you are able to take your leadership to go and grow beyond you, that when you are not there, things can still work. And when you have long gone, things continue to work. And I earlier remarked, I gave an illustration. Some persons passed on few weeks, few months, or even January this year. Today, no one remembers them, not their family, not the community. No one remembers them. But some passed on many, many years ago, and they are still remembered today for the good they did, for the impact they made. As we live tonight, please remember, I said earlier also, write it somewhere where you can always see it. By your fridge, by your bedside, your library. What will I be remembered for? If we all have this question mirroring us daily, it will, I believe strongly that it will help us to take and make better decisions. Think of what value you can bring to your organization. Always be a value-oriented person. Don't seek to take, seek to contribute. Thank you, everyone, once again. I sincerely appreciate you all. I love you all, and I wish you all of the best. The leadership mind school is expanding daily. The responsibilities are growing every now and then, and we're also scaling up on several grounds, and it will all be for the best of everyone. So tonight we've been on Facebook, YouTube, and X, and we can always catch up. Those who are just joining us or who joined late can always catch up with the video on YouTube and share it to your friends and communities. Thank you, and God bless you. Good night. So, my sister, I'm going to give you a call right now. My friend coming to your city for a program is right here. So we'll be discussing.